We're coming to celebrate Jessica and Jesse's wedding. We love you too. So, I want to talk about travel. Okay? And I know everybody traveled here a little bit, but it's a big part of what makes our world go. And travel brings people together. Look around this room here. You've got all 4 time zones covered on the mainland. And you've got people from many of the states, including, I have a lot of lists on here, so you gotta hang on. Georgia, Florida, Ohio, Washington, Texas, Kansas, Colorado, California, Oklahoma, Minnesota. So, I'm sure I missed 1 or 2 of the different states, but travel brought all of you here for this wedding. So speaking of travel, Jessica is well-traveled and likes to travel. So, where has she traveled to? More list. Okay, here we go. So, but before I get into the list, it's kind of funny because it seems all of us want to travel more. Everybody wants to travel, right? So then you realize and you kind of look, and you know, I want to go here, I want to go there, and you look at where did you go. You've actually gone a lot of different places. So, our family and Jessica have traveled to Indian Lake, Cedar Point, Disney World, Disneyland, Epcot, Six Flags, Lake Tahoe, Squaw Valley, Breckenridge, Steamboat, Copper Mountain, Sol Vista and Winter Park. Also to Gulf Shores, Las Vegas, New York City. Wait a minute, this list is Chicago, Cancun, Napa, San Francisco, and Oahu. To Kansas State football games. Including the Cotton Bowl in Dallas. That was a great trip. Spring break trips also in Europe and Cabo San Lucas. So next yes, travel has connected many of you in this room with Jessica and our family. Got a little travel theme going here. Okay, so next, traveling on the water has to be mentioned. Jessica has always loved the water, whether it was a paddle boat, again on Indian Lake, or jet skis, or captaining the pontoon. And somewhere in this acquaintance with water, she discovered cruise ships. So, yeah, it's probably our fault. Okay, it's probably our fault because we took the kids, Jeff and Jessica, to the Disney Millennium Cruise when everybody was worried about Y2K and the world kind of blowing up and stuff. But it didn't happen. And anyway, we think that probably got her hooked. So anyway, there was this cruise that she decided to take over spring break. You guys have heard a little bit about it already. And from K-State, spring break, and she needed an adult 25 years or older as a chaperone. So of course, Polly volunteered. You had one to go. Somebody had to go, right? So on this cruise out of New Orleans, another city, she met this guy from Oklahoma, of all places. Sorry, Oklahoma. But we didn't know where Oklahoma was then. Sorry. But I'm here now. So. And anyway, this guy from Oklahoma, and he wouldn't leave her alone. and his name was Jesse. And soon again, they will be cruising on their honeymoon in the Mediterranean. So here we are, 3.5 years later, at the Dominion House for their fantastic wedding with all our favorite friends and family and neighbors. It's awesome. So anyway, to close, I have a little wisdom to share with you, Jesse. Here we go. So I hope you two like to travel, because you two married a Gemini. Holly's a Gemini and likes to travel, so you may want to start saving. With that said, Jesse, welcome to our family. Cheers.
Jesse's best man, which is an honor. Thanks a lot, seriously, it really is an honor. I'm also Jesse's oldest brother. And I had a good story for you guys, but I used it last night because David lost his voice conveniently. So I'm gonna try to come up with another one, and I was thinking today, that one was more to talk about Jesse and Jessica. So I'm going to go a little bit more just Jesse on this one. So, I'm 5 years older than Jesse. Jesse's the youngest of us three. There's three of us brothers. And anyway, we were a little different growing up. Jay and I were a little different than Jesse. We were a little tough on him, as older brothers often are. And every summer we would go up to Minnesota, all our families from there, and we'd work on our Aunt Verna's dairy farm. And when you're on a farm, there's not a lot to do because there's no other kids around at all. And so you try to come up with stuff to do. And so this one particular night, we go out to this alfalfa field. And for you guys in California, that's like hay. So we have the four-wheeler out there, and we're telling Jesse, like, hey, Jesse, I think we can pull you, like, drag you behind this four-wheeler. 50? Does that sound good? Yeah. I like that. And so we get the four-wheeler going, Jay and I are on it, and Jesse's dragging, like dragging. I'm not kidding. And so I punch it. And at 30, the screams start. And they're like, stop. Like, more tears and stuff. But we already agreed, we're going 50. So we're going to stop. So we get going 50, and we stop. And I guarantee there's probably nobody else in this room that's been dragged behind some kind of vehicle at 50 miles an hour. So we did a good job of toughening up little brother there, is what I'm getting at. So, I would say, but then after that, Jesse, he went to OU, and that's where we got a little closer. I'd say, Jesse got older and he joined the Asian fraternity. And Jay and I used to go hang out and party with those guys, and it was a good time, I shall say. Good guys. But and then after that, Jesse got a motorcycle, and I got a motorcycle because it was a lot of fun. And Jay, our other brother, wrecked mine at 60 miles an hour, but that's another story. And then Jesse and I, we lived together for a little while, and we went into business together. And seriously, I remember when you came home from the cruise, and I know everybody's heard about the cruise 500 times, but I'm just going to touch on it real quick. And you said, "Oh, you date this girl from Kansas?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that should work out." But the truth is, I hadn't met Jessica yet. And Jessica, you really are a great girl. You're the best thing that's ever happened to Jessica. You really are. You're great. And Cheers.
Okay, so in addition to being the maid of honor, Jessica also granted me the honor of being the last one to follow these two. So thank you for that. No, but before I get started, I just wanted to point out what a fabulous event this has been. Almost entirely planned solely by Jessica. Here alone in Oklahoma City, her parents had moved to California almost a year ago, and Jessica has really planned most of this day all by herself without a wedding planner. Of course, Polly's been there to help where she can, but not being here. Sorry?
I decided not to be here.
So I just wanted to congratulate Jessica on such a great event. It's been a wonderful day. I mean, really impressive that you did this all by yourself. It's been a beautiful day. But anyway, for those of you that I have not had a chance to meet, my name is Erin Clopine. I'm obviously a close friend of Jessica and maid of honor, as I mentioned. To start, I first met Jessica a little under 10 years ago, give or take, while we were navigating the rough waters that is high school. So the key there, the distinguishing factor is that we actually met 10 years ago, but it would be a couple of years before I would earn the high honor of considering myself one of Jessica's close friends. So for those of you that know Jessica well, you know that it truly is an honor to have her as part of your life because she does not let just anyone in. She is a woman of high integrity, loyalty, and authenticity that is not only selective about who she surrounds herself with, but intentional about those relationships as well. So, Jessie, I don't know about you, but I sure am glad that we made the cut. So, Jessica has taught me a lot over the years about living life to the fullest, approaching new situations with a positive attitude, and embracing a general sense of adventure. So, from some of the most adventurous things that Jessica and I have done together, such as traveling to Europe, and pretending to be British, even while in a non-British country, to our routine mother-daughter lunches with Polly and Janet, where we would sit and listen to our mothers attempt to offer sage advice about life and relationships, advice that I don't know that we always entirely took to heart. But my almost decade-long friendship with Jessica truly has been one of the greatest adventures of my life. And today, we are here to celebrate a newfound adventure between Jessie and Jessica. So Jessie, as many of you know, first came into the picture for me a little over 3 years ago while sitting in a little coffee shop in Manhattan, Kansas, during one of Jessica and I's routine weekly coffee dates. So this coffee date that has been mentioned a couple of times was immediately following spring break of that year, in which two Midwesterners had just so happened to book the same cruise line to the same destination for the same week. What do you know? So while several things obviously stand out to me about that conversation with Jessica that day, and one of them, of course, being the ungodly, handsome, funny, smart guy that she had met from Oklahoma, of all places. What really stands out to me the most from that conversation with Jessica that day was the pure joy and giddiness that I could sense from my best friend. And I knew in that moment that someone truly special had just cruised into very apparent that Jessica had identified someone that she would embark on life's many adventures with from that point forward, aka my replacement. But in all seriousness, Jessie, I want you to know that I fully embrace that as of today, you are officially Jessica's forever coffee shop date, traveling buddy to Mike's Point, and even +1 to our mother-daughter lunches, if you should so choose. And I also want you to know that I could not be more happy to pass on that torch to you, because I have seen the love and admiration that you've shown to my best friend over the years. And I am fully confident that you will continue to enrich her life throughout your many adventures together as husband and wife. So, to the both of you, Jessica, when you first asked me to formally be your maid of honor, you asked me 3 questions. The first being, will you stand by my side on my special day? Check. Will you listen to my obsessive planning, which, by the way, she was not kidding about that one. No, I'm just kidding. And most importantly, she wrote to me, will you support my marriage through the ups and downs? And while I obviously said yes to all 3 of those things over a year ago, I want you both to know that that's my promise to you today, to support and love you both through all of the joys and challenges that life may bring, and to always be a steadfast source of love and encouragement through your journey together. So, in closing, Jessie and Jessica, I hope that you both continue to find love and adventure with every day, and that one day you will be able to look back on the life that you've built together and truly know that you were each other's greatest adventure. I love you both. Congratulations. And with that, here's to the new Mr. and Mrs. Green and all the
Ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause for your speakers tonight. Let's go up to the father of the bride, Mike, Jimmy, and beautiful Erin. We're going to cut the cake here in a few moments, so stick around.